morning, GX community. Happy Sunday. This is another GX DIY to supplement a previous video that we have done, which was the ignition kill, which turned into the starter kill, which turned into another improvement to that starter kill video. How did we get to this point? Well, I received a very excellent suggestion from another YouTuber by the name of Austin. If you guys have never met Austin, he looks like Tony Hawk's mom and Mark Zuckerberg's dad came together and had a baby. That's how I could describe it. If you guys check out his channel, you guys will most definitely agree with me also. So if you guys have watched my starter kill video, you guys are gonna remember that I added a momentary push button switch. But like many of us GX460 owners, we got switches and toggle switches and buttons running all over the place. We want to bring all that back to OEM as much as possible. So today we are going to take one of Austin's suggestions and take a OEM Toyota Lexus button, which is a momentary button, not an on and off button, a momentary button, and hook it up to our vehicle so we don't have to add an aftermarket button, okay? What this is going to do is it's going to not let the thief know that there's an extra button that might need to be pushed in order to start the vehicle. So this button is going to look very OEM. It's going to be a horn button. It could be a fog light button. It could be any type of button you want, but it is going to be an OEM button. Out of the OEM button, there's going to be 4 wires that come out of it. We are going to only use what's necessary. So we're not going to make this into a science project, guys. We are going to just make this work, and we're going to try to simplify it as much as possible so you guys can understand the functionality of the button and what needs to be wired up to this button in order for the button to work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call the company that I located on Amazon through Austin's link. And we're going to call this company, it's called Apex Button Warehouse. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. All right. Oh, all right. First customer of the day. Good morning. I would like to order a momentary push button I see on your Amazon store ad, model 1AZZWYP. 1AZWYP. Let me just check our inventory really quick here. Yes, we got plenty of those in stock. We can have it overnighted to you. How many are you ordering? I just want to order one piece. Yes, yeah, my first name is Bob, B-O-B. One piece, gotcha. I need to input some of your information really quick. You said your name was Bob. Okay, B-O-B. Okay, last name. Last name is spelled N-G-U-Y-E-N. You could just pronounce it as Nguyen or Nguyen. What? It's Vietnamese. Say what? Nguyen. What? Nguyen or Nguyen or Nguyen, Nguyen. What? Nguyen. Huh? Nguyen. What? Nguyen. Win. Nigga, what? Does it matter? Of course it matters. Our products are for Americans. You got a name like Austin or Skylar, it's an overnighter with free shipping. But if you got a name like Ching Chong Ding Dong or a nigga Guyen, then it's 6 to 8 weeks.
6 months later.
Here we go. Look at this, folks. Let's open it up here. Let's check it out. So I chose this button right here, which is a horn button. And this is exactly what we need because the horn button doesn't stay down when you push it. See, it's a momentary button. You stay down, when you let it go, it pops back up. So this is called a momentary button. And it only works, it only engages 2 wires whenever you hold it down. When you let go, the 2 wires become disengaged. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. And the problem with this button is, normally a momentary button, a simple one, will only have 2 wires. the button will make it connect and it will make it disconnect. But for some reason, this Lexus Toyota OEM button has 1, 2, 3, 4 wires coming out of it. So I'm letting you guys know right now, all 4 wires are not necessary. We only need 2 for the purpose of this video, okay? If you want to have the lights of the horn turned on and you want this word turned on, or you want to turn on the parking lights and all this lights up, then you're going to have to use all 4 wires. But for the purpose of this video, we do not want to bring attention to this switch, okay? Because the minute somebody sees a horn button that is not part of the steering wheel, they're going to start thinking, wait a minute, why is there an extra horn button? Then they're going to start to suspect. So you want to keep this in the dark, okay? So we're not going to light it up. So if we're not going to light it up, guess what? We are only going to be using 2 wires out of this. So this is not just for a starter kill, it's not for ignition kill. You could use these 2 wires as a momentary button for anything switchable in your vehicle, okay? So let's go ahead and take this to our truck and let's start our installation. So anybody that has been following my channel to do the starter kill switch knows that my starter kill button is right here on the right hand side of my steering column. Whenever I have to start the vehicle, I would push the start button, the OEM start button, and my starter kill button at the same time while pressing on the brakes to start the vehicle. When I shut it down, I have to push back both. But of course, if you take a look at this button, it is just out there. Anybody that sees this button will automatically know it's a starter kill button. So we are going to change that today. We're going to remove this starter kill button, take it off right now. And as you can see, it has 2 wires attached to it. We're going to take the 2 wires that came from this original starter kill that I purchased, and we are going to snip it off. Here is Austin's OEM horn push button. We're going to take the 2 wires that are not solid red and black. I'm going to take the shielding off of these wires so we can connect them to the Amazon momentary button red and black wires already on the vehicle. It doesn't matter what wire we connect the green to, but if we choose black, then the other wire will connect to red. We are just temporarily connecting these wires so that we can ensure that the relay clicks when we hit the button. So let's go ahead and push the button without starting the vehicle to see if the relay clicks. So let's go ahead and start the vehicle by pushing the momentary button and our Lexus start button at the same time. Now that we know it works, let's turn off the engine by pushing both buttons again. Most likely I'm going to put the button onto this panel with this blank spot we have here. I want it somewhere close to the OEM push start button so that I can use just one hand. Let's go ahead and remove the plastic panel that holds our OEM push start button. Pretty easy to remove with the help of my plastic scraper from Harbor Freight. Now I'm going to pop the panel below just using my hands. It's easier to remove these blank panels using a plastic scraper from the front than it is to unclip them from behind the panel. Go ahead and save this panel just in case you decide to put your vehicle back to stock one day. Slide my wires through the hole. Now we're going to pay attention to our OEM push button and make sure the wording is upright when installing it. Okay, I stopped the video at this point because I found out that it was way too long just going through the steps of wiring 2 wires together, okay? So I'm not going to bore you guys with the wiring portion of the video because anyone with half a brain and owns a Nissan can figure out how to connect 2 wires together with another 2 wires. You just have to remember that all of these OEM Toyota Lexus buttons, whether you buy it at Lexus or whether you buy it on Amazon, are always going to consist of 4 wires. 2 of them will always be red and black. That is the universal standard. The red is going to go to some type of accessory wire that's going to light up on your ohmmeter or on your test probe, every time you turn on your accessory button or when you turn on your engine. That wire will light up. The black wire will always go to a ground, some type of metal, solid metal in your vehicle. Together with those two wires, the red and the black, out of the 4 wires, is going to light up your button. But for the sake of this video, we don't want our button to light up. We want it to stay dark. We, as the owner, only care about the location of this button. So as long as we know the location of this button, we don't need it to light up for everybody to see. We're not going to use the red and the black. We are going to use the other 2 wires, no matter what color they are. They're going to be a combination of several colors coming from different manufacturers. But if you use the one on my link, on Austin's link, you're going to find out that those 2 wires is green with a yellow stripe and red with a yellow stripe. Those 2 wires are our Starterkill switch wires. They are going to go to our Starterkill relay. The Starterkill relay is that momentary button that I removed off of our vehicle that had 2 wires, red and black. Red and black is going to go to the red, yellow, and the green, yellow of our OEM horn button that we just purchased. Okay, so super simple, right? So as you can see, why did I put my Starterkill button on the right side when I could just easily use both hands? One to start the vehicle with my Lexus start push button, and my left hand I could push the horn button on the left side and it'd be super easy, right? The reason why I put the horn push button as my Starterkill button right below my Lexus start button is because I want to use one hand, just one hand. I'll use my thumb and my fingers and I'll just push it together, and it's super simple, and that's the way I like it. That's not to say you guys have to do that. All I'm telling you guys is to use those 2 wires, red, yellow, and green, yellow, to wire up anything you want, wherever you want in your vehicle, and it's going to switch. Okay, so with that being said, the $1 million question is, and I'm sure somebody's thinking this, why in the world are you advertising your hidden Starterkill switch to the public all over YouTube for everybody to see exactly where it is? For one, what you guys don't know is I have a 3rd switch which turns on my horn button and my Lexus start button. Without this 3rd switch being on, these 2 other buttons will not work at all. It'll just be dead neutral. There is no connection as long as I have the 3rd switch up. When I have the 3rd switch down, the 2 wires to the relay will connect and I'll be able to start my vehicle. So is that kind of overkill? Not necessarily. It might be overkill for you guys, but people that are advertising where their Starterkill switch is all over YouTube, I'm going to need a 3rd switch in order for my vehicle to be safe. Because I don't know who's watching this video right now. It could be my sworn enemy or something coming over here and they're like, I know where it is. So secondly, my long life dream, my fantasy, and it's a weird fantasy and it has nothing to do with sex, no matter what you guys think, because I know you guys are probably pondering I'm probably some sex addict or something, in which I'm not. I am not. I just like poking fun with you guys by putting all this stuff as intros and credits, and it's just all for good fun, and it gets people riled up, and I notice it in the comments, and I laugh at those because they're fun. I like pushing people's buttons. But to be honest with you, there is a little part of me that hopes and wishes somebody enters my property and gives me the reason to take a life. So please, 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 please don't always assume that everybody's an easy target. Do good in the world. Get a job, make a living, give back to the community, pay your bills, because karma's a bitch. Peace. if you guys ever see a Lexus GX460 out on the freeway and decide to do road rage with me, think twice. Oh yeah!